I'm Don Wadewitz, and this is a look inside the Warhawks with Warhawks head women's basketball coach Keri Carollo. Brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Kyle Danielson in Fort Atkinson, Burtness Chevrolet Buick GMC, and Burtness Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Whitewater, and Cook Logistics in Delavan, where every shipment is important and every mile matters. Coach Carollo, you had an opportunity in the UW Stout game on Saturday to honor and celebrate your alumni. We kind of talked about that last time we chatted. How did that go, other than obviously the outcome of the game?
We had a great turnout. It was really nice to see. We had representation from lots of different classes. It was fun to catch up and see how great they're all doing now in their future lives and their careers. And unfortunately, the game didn't go the way we wanted to, but it doesn't take away from the special opportunity to spend time with our alumni.
And I'm sure you got a lot of feedback.
Yes, they always like to give me their 2 cents, that's for sure. But it's always a good thing. I enjoy it because it just tells me that they're still invested and they still really care and they want to see our program continue to succeed, which is really special.
The last time we chatted, we talked about shooting, and it's been a little bit of a rough start to the WIAC season for you. And just kind of looking at your shooting percentages, that seems to be kind of an area where you've been struggling. Points are down a little bit. What is it that you're seeing there? What is it as a coach that you can kind of do as far as encourage players or maybe change things up a little bit?
I think it's just them being confident and comfortable within the system. And, we've, for the last couple of years, leaned a lot on Casey, and last year, the last couple of years, Aaliyah Grandal. And so I think it's just redefining roles for certain people and realizing that they do have to produce and stepping up into those roles and being able to consistently perform. I think that's the biggest thing, is that if you look at our statistics over the last few games, you'll see that it's kind of someone different each game, which is good, but you also have to have that consistent scoring thread. And so we're still working on that. We're a work in progress, and our conference gives us no grace. It's extremely tough. So if you're not playing well this year from start to finish in the conference, it's going to be challenging. But it's just another testament to how great our conference is. And hopefully we can figure things out in a hurry and get ready again for another tough game.
Outside of the shooting, what are some things that you're focusing on as far as where your team needs to get better to continue to be competitive in the WIAC?
Yeah, it's just unselfish play, right? From top to bottom. It's, when you watch us play defensively, there are a lot of times where we're focused much more on our own player as opposed to getting, a team defensive stop. And so really just kind of getting away from worrying about our own individual roles and focusing more on what the collective group needs to do to win. And that happens to teams there, and it ebbs and flows. Like at the start of the year, I would have said that's, would never happen to this group. And for whatever reason, the last couple of weeks, we've kind of turned internally into ourselves to trying to find ways how we can improve individually. And so I'm trying to get them back onto the collective group mindset where it's got to be all of us trying to get wins, trying to get stops, making sure that each possession matters. And so I think once we get back on that page, then I think we'll be in great shape.
Whitewater Warhawks women's basketball, they will be on the road coming up this Saturday at Eau Claire, a 5 o'clock start time for that game. And then a couple of Wednesday home games coming up against UW-Platteville on the 22nd at 7 p.m. and UW-Stevens Point on the 29th, also a 7 p.m. tip. You can visit uwwsports.com for more information. Coach Carollo, thank you and good luck until we talk in a couple of weeks again.
Sounds great. Thanks, Don.
This was a look inside the Warhawks, brought to you by American Family Insurance agent Kyle Danielson in Fort Atkinson, Burtness Chevrolet Buick GMC, and Burtness Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Whitewater, and Cook Logistics in Delavan, where every shipment is important and every mile matters.